And it's after the checkered flag on supercrosslive.com. Daniel Blair, Ricky Carmichael with you. Ricky, wild night of racing. We'll start with the 450 class, and with about a minute and a half to go, we're thinking Chase Sexton's going to get his second win, and then boom, it's on screen and he's down, and it's a terrible feeling. But as Jason Anderson said on the podium, it's part of racing. He's been there. We've all been there. But for Chase Sexton, I just got a feel for him on this night.
Yeah, well, this track didn't have a lot of give to it. The dirt, I mean, it was hard, sticky. It wasn't very forgiving. So you had that to deal with, the ruts to deal with. And then it started to get a little bit dry, and he came out of that corner, and it just grabbed his wheel, and he started to slide a little bit. That thing just torqued, and boom, it ejected him. And rarely, Daniel, do you see a mistake like that, especially at this level. This is the elite of the elite of dirt bike racing, Monster Energy Supercross, and to see that happen, I couldn't believe it. We heard the fan reaction. I'm thinking, oh, maybe somebody got past, but I wasn't expecting that. And I hate it for Chase Sexton. Number one, he was going to get another win, and we'd have 3 riders with two wins, but he was going to make some serious ground in the points for the championship. So major points implications today for Chase Sexton, and unfortunately went the wrong way.
That was a tough break for him, and hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's back with us at the Triple Crown next week in Arlington. Jason Anderson takes advantage of that. He said on the podium, really didn't feel it all night long, but was just trying his hardest, doing his best. And, Ricky, you can't win every single race perfect. It's not a storyline ending every time, but for Anderson, you're going to take that win, not only for the victory on the night, but the points. We're back in single digits.
Yeah, but when things go well, I mean, and it's going well for you, like it is for Jason Anderson, stuff like that, like what happened tonight, happens. I mean, he's just in the right place. He did exactly what he needed to do, put himself in a perfect position and just put in his laps, rode as hard as he could, like he said, and then boom, you know, things just start happening. It's funny how when you put yourself in good positions, you're putting in the work, that luck just happens to appear. You know, he just he's on it. He's on it. It was a great points night for him. I feel bad for Eli Tomac. He lost some points, but that was a heck of a comeback.
Great ride by him, but something stands out when you look at the results sheet. He started in 12th. Yeah. He hasn't done that in a while, and when you're back there, that's where things happen. He gets together with his teammate. That's kind of that danger zone back there, right? And for Eli Tomac, the one night where he wasn't able to get off the gate, things happen, and great ride, but he's going to be looking back on this one going, man, I got to get those starts back quick.
Yeah, well, it's fun for us up here in the booth, though, because the points tighten up. The fans are going to like that, but still, man, I mean, if that was Eli Tomac's worst finish he's going to have of the year, it's still not shabby, and he marched up through a lot. There were a couple gifts given, obviously with Chase Sexton, Ken Roxon going down. However, he marched up, and that's hard to do at this level.
Yeah, so he salvages the points. He keeps the points lead going into Arlington, but it did tighten up. Let's give some credit to the KTM team. They've been working hard. We know that. Marvin Musquin and Cooper Webb both on the podium. We'll start with Cooper. He needed that one for multiple reasons. Points, of course, but don't you feel just the confidence just to remind himself what it feels like to be there? Yeah. I feel like at this point in the championship, he really, really needed that one.
Yeah, even sometimes a 2-time Supercross champion needs a little shot in the arm and needs to know that, hey, man, I'm still the guy, and they need confidence, believe it or not. I mean, these guys are Superman, there's no doubt. Yeah. But, man, you need a pat on the back from yourself and a good finish. So that was great to see. Definitely there's something going on at Red Bull KTM, and they're missing the mark. But great ride for Cooper Webb and Marvin Musquin, both on the podium tonight, so it was a great ride for the team, and Plessinger was riding well today.
Yep.
Anyhow, I think that this is a momentum shift maybe for Cooper Webb. He said he's still not where he needs to be. He didn't say that, but they made some improvements, but I don't think he's where he needs to be, but certainly this is something that he can build on. His starts was good, so maybe he can keep that going.
Yeah, and he gets within 25 points. That's within one race, and it's still a lot to make up, but, hey, that gives you light at the end of the tunnel a little bit.
Yeah, because I look at how the points were going back and forth, and Chase Sexton was, 12, 18 points back. And then, man, he was at one stage, he was only like 3 points out of the lead behind Jason Anderson and Eli Tomac. So with as much parity as there is this year, you can make those big points gains like 5 points or 6 points. I mean, you can eat into that points lead when it's like that. Now, if you got guys going 1-2 every weekend, it's really hard to make up points, but that hasn't necessarily been the case this season.
And next weekend's a Triple Crown, which is perfect timing. Good job on the scheduling, guys. We needed one, and we'll put one in right there. 250 class, Jet Lawrence, what stands out is what you told me right after the checkered flag, which is that looked effortless. And we know that's not. We know he's putting in the effort, but the way he rides the motorcycle, it's some false advertisement with his effort, man. He was awesome tonight.
Yeah, he did, and I love this poise. We talked about it. I mean, the guy's just as cool as a cucumber. He just rolls in, and he respects his competition. He doesn't look at himself as the top guy. Yes, he knows he has a great shot to win, but he respects his competition and knows that he has to, stay focused. So, I don't want to jump the gun here, but I was lucky in 1998, and I won all the East Coast rounds and the shootout in Vegas. And I have to say that might be in jeopardy. I'm not trying to discredit the guys that he's racing with, but I feel like Jet Lawrence is something special. I go back to James Stewart, how he kind of revolutionized the sport, just the things that he was able to do on the motorcycles. And I watch Jet and these little nuances that he does. He's just on another level.
He puts the bike where he wants to put it at all times. It's very deliberate. And, yeah, we're getting way ahead of ourselves here, but he doesn't look like a rider that you could beat fair and square. But Supercross, as Adam told us on the broadcast, is Supercross, where things happen. So it's going to be a fun one to watch. Austin Faulkner, I have to be impressed with him because he had a messy qualifier a little bit. He had a messy heat race, but in the main event, that was clean. I mean, that was one of his most clean main events, and he seemed happy on the podium. He'll take the 2.
Yeah, certainly. He kept Jet honest. He was there. Couldn't quite get him in speed. They were going back and forth, but it seemed like when Jet needed to gap him, he could just a little bit, build a little bit bigger cushion so he could breathe just a little bit more. He's fast. He gets great starts. I think he's a better starter than Jet right now, in my opinion, on an average. So the Jet's going to really have to focus on that. And I feel like this was a good confidence booster, or can be a good confidence booster for Austin Faulkner to come out here. He's really been kind of underperforming. I really feel that in the last year. So to come out, get on the box, stay pretty close, something he can build on.
Final rider to cover, Cameron McAdoo. Solid night. I mean, clean, right? Just got the job done on the box.
Yep. Completely in control. Never looked like he had too many moments. I'm sure there were some that maybe we didn't see. But, yeah, impressive. And we got a lot of racing to go. It's so hard not to get caught in the hype on these early races. These guys are full of energy, ready to go. They haven't hit the deck enough just yet, kind of like the 450 guys and things of that nature. So, a lot of moving parts still in this 250 East Division.
Let's drop a triple crown on them, too. All right. So we're going. Yeah, we love them. We're going to Arlington, 8 p.m. Eastern next Saturday night on CNBC and, of course, on Peacock. You can watch the Arlington Supercross, round number 8 for the 450s and round number 2 for 250 East. We're going triple crown racing. We'll see you next Saturday.